Hey guys, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. I saw a few of you waiting in the lobby for quite a little bit here, so thank you for joining us on your lunch break on this wonderful Friday. I guess it's a lunch break for us here in the Eastern time zone, but it might be kind of early, breakfast time, if you will, for our friends on the West Coast. So good morning to you. I'm Dave here with Transfer Express. Have the whole crew and Heather say hi behind the camera. Say hi in the back. If you heard her in the back, she's helping out with the live stream today. Guys, we've seen so many awesome entries here into the 12 days of Transfer ExpressMas giveaway and day 3. I think it's just getting more and more fun. I'm having more and more fun every single day that we keep going. And we got a good one today. We're giving away a $25 product credit for Transfer Express, and that's going to be available to use on pretty much anything from heat presses to custom transfers to marketing kits or the color selector or the temperature test strips or even that new application kit that we have coming out in just a few weeks for 2022. But we've got tons of prizes, and while this is our 3rd day doing it, we'll re-pick up, we'll start back on day 4, back on Monday. So take the weekend off, have fun, and we'll see you right back here noon on Monday. We're going to give away that's right, a $50 product credit. So taking this one and doubling it up. But looking down the list, if you guys haven't entered yet or want to know what the prizes are, the link is right in the description below. You could also head over to transferexpress.com or blog.transferexpress.com. And that's where all of the full details, the terms and conditions, there's just so much information there. You can see the entire prize list. But today, $25 product credit. Tomorrow, as in tomorrow Monday, a $50 product credit. On Tuesday, we'll be giving away the whole team number pack. Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be the brand new application kit, the marketing kit. But if you guys are interested for any of the full list of prizes, it's right there in the description below. And of course, it's culminating in the last 2 prizes, day 11 and 12, which I think is going to equal out to be about the 15th and 16th of December. We'll announce the winners right here, but we're giving away not 1, but 2 brand new heat presses. One of them, the first one we'll give away, will be the 9x12 pink craft press that we love so much. Super lightweight, portable to take anywhere. If you are running your business out of your basement or your bedroom or your dorm room, it doesn't take up any room, and it's just super versatile and actually a super high quality heat press for the money. And then our last day, we're giving away a full-size 16x20-inch Stahl's Clam Basic Heat Press. Those are the ones that you might have seen on sale for Black Friday, but they are just cool, awesome, affordable heat presses if you're just starting out your business. I think they're in that $400 to $700 range. There's 4 presses in total that are available. We're giving away the largest and most expensive one, but there's the cap press. There is an 11x15, there's a 15x15, and that full-size 16x20. One of my favorite things to come out of 2021 this year. Just super excited, and the possibilities that, it's going to open up for a lot of decorators who maybe can't afford something like one of these absolutely wonderful Hotronix auto clams, but they could still get in the game and have that full-size printing area. But I'm going to go here to the comments here and just check what's going on. Jay from South Carolina, Coastal Signs and Graphics. Cindy, hi. Tanya, Toya. Frank back in here. Loki the Great. How many people are in the raffle? So right now, I think the last we checked on the download this morning, we are like 10 away from hitting 800 entries. So when I say that you guys are absolutely crushing it with the entries, you are. There are just so many people submitting so many fun little designs. And just remember, if you are entering or you have entered, make sure you are submitting and emailing us custom artwork that you created in EasyView. If you're uploading your own art, we kind of have to reject it. We just don't have the rights for that artwork to reproduce it, because we are going to, for the folks who are with us today, To announce the final winner, we are actually going to press the design into the shirt. So we'll actually create the transfers and we'll actually press a shirt with it with the announcement on live. So it's going to be super fun. But to show that on camera, and because this is all about easy viewing, creating, and showing how easy it is and the functionality in there that can help you, we just want you to play around. There's tons of customizable layouts, so even if you're not an artist, it takes like 2 seconds to go in there. Just double click on some text. If you want to learn more about EasyView, just search right here on our YouTube channel. We've got tons of information from huge hour-long like workshops and walkthroughs to bite-sized little chunks showing you how to gang sheet or even create inside tag prints. But I've talked about inside tag prints. I kind of touched on what was the favorite part of 2021. Man, Frank's local, Irma in Las Vegas. I see everybody in here. Thanks for joining us. My favorite part and favorite product, favorite anything about apparel decorating in 2021 has to be the tag-along platen that we came out with for all the Hotronix heat presses. So, if you don't know what the tag-along is, I have it installed on the auto clam right back here. And with the quick change mechanism, it's super easy to swap out with your regular press. So, or your regular platen on your press. So, it looks a little funky, but it looks a little bit more like a t-shirt shape. And so you have the pad right up here to print the inside tag, and then also you have a quick slip pad protector pre-installed with a nice little kind of cutout shape here. So I'm going to show you how to use it because I'm just so excited about it. And yeah, then on the back side you have your quick change pin to fit any Hotronix full-size press, 2014 or newer. And also if you have a max press, this fits on that as well. So these are really cool. One of my favorite things, even if you're not doing inside tags, just the neck shape helps you align shirts on it. Super, super easy. But I want to show you how it works just because this is, I mean, Oprah gets to do her favorite things, right? So Dave should be able to get to do his favorite things, right? Right? You guys in the chat here? I thought so. Robert, if you bought transfers, it does not get you into the raffle. All you have to do, there's entry instructions in the description below. If you just bought transfers through EasyView and with artwork that you created in EasyView, just go to the apparel share button, send it to contest@transferexpress.com, and then you are entered. But the full description on how to enter is right in the description below. I'm going to lock this thing back on here, and I'm going to invite you guys to come a little bit closer over to the heat press, and I'm going to show you exactly how cool this thing is. So let me grab my shirt, and I'm going to grab my transfers too. The cool thing about this is that you could cut your production times literally in half from if you are doing a front artwork and doing the inside tag, because you always have to go back to the cap press or turn all the shirts inside out and print that inside tag on a second step. This is the way that you could do it in one step, and this is why this is my absolute favorite thing, especially with how popular decorating the inside tags have gotten in the past 2, 3, I mean, even in this last year, it's absolutely exploded, and using custom transfers is the absolute best way to do it. So, story time real quick. A little fireside chat. I guess we have the Christmas tree, so it looks nice and nice and fun for story time. But at my last print shop that I worked at, we would do shirts for a lot of sporting events, especially like the big games, the Super Bowls, the NBA Finals, the Stanley Cup. And essentially, when you go to Dick's Sporting Goods in the morning, say after the Stanley Cup Finals, the last game ends, you go to Dick's Sporting Goods in the morning, and you could actually pick up a shirt that says, Columbus Blue Jackets were the #1, were the winners of this season, right? So you have that shirt. But where did that shirt come from? They don't print them days and months in advance. They usually print them the night of the actual event. So what we would do is after the game ends, or maybe it's like the fourth quarter of the football game, and you know a team's going to win, boom, the presses would start spinning, we'd start screen printing shirts, right? Well, we were doing the inside tag too to brand them for the company that was creating these and sending them out to Dick's and everything. So it's a very popular brand that I'm not going to mention. But the story time comes to the inside tag. So they would print the front of the shirt first, a 10-color screen print, and then it'd go to a automatic tag press too to print the inside tag and brand it. Well, a whole bunch of those, it's still screen printing, so you can still have issues. And when you're messing up a garment that's going to sell for $40 in 5 hours because you're smudging the ink on the inside tag, not that big of a deal, but really doesn't look great on the brand. And that's why I love using screen printed transfers. These are A-okay, and you know that these are going to print great. I don't know if you could see this necessarily because it's nice and white, but when we get it on the shirt, you're going to be able to see. But any defects in the printing, you could see right here, right now, before it hits an already applied shirt. And just like I had mentioned, a 10-color screen print on the front, and then they would get moved to another press to be pressed. So even if you're working in a print shop, inside tags with screen printed transfers is one of my favorite things. I don't want to say it is my favorite thing because I already said the tag along is my favorite thing. But using these for inside tag prints on anything. If you are running a print shop, this is the surefire way to make it super easy. No more burning extra screens for your inside tag prints. Just order the transfers on a gang sheet and you could get them as low as like 25 cents or less a piece depending on the quantity that you're ordering. And most of the time they're one color. Now for this one, I'm gonna try out Puff Inks. But without further ado, I wanna check the comments, see if there's any questions in there yet. Ooh, Carrie's joining us from California. Lee's loving the segments. I love helping everybody out and sharing my own perspectives and my experiences because it helps you guys and your business, and that's all what I'm about. I just want to tell you the best solution for your business or what worked for me and what I've seen work for other people, and I want your business to be the best it can be. That's the entire mission statement from everybody here at Transfer Express. We believe in you. We want to be a part of the journey, and we want you to succeed. But that's a nice little positivity pump up for your Friday. Let's go print a shirt back over here on our Hottronics Auto Clam, and then we're gonna pick a winner. I didn't forget about the winner. We're gonna get a winner today. So now that we're over here at the Auto Clam, I'm just gonna set these off to the side because we're gonna load our shirt onto our press. Now this is very similar, the same way that you would load your shirt onto any heat press, but here, we just need to thread it on. So that's why it works with the Hottronics Auto Clam, the Max line, the Fusions, the Air Fusion. Those are fully threadable out of the gate, but you can see that we have this one on a caddy stand here. Can you see it in the wide shot back here? Can you see the full caddy stand, or is there too much in the way? We have the full caddy stand. You can see it's on a caddy stand, which makes this press 100% fully threadable. So we'll go back on over to the heat press here, and we're just gonna grab our shirt and thread it on. So it's just like putting a pillowcase onto a pillow, and this is my favorite way to ensure that you have a nice, flat, smooth printing surface. Now, I load upside down, and with this is very familiar to the like automatic presses, the MHM, the Rocks, the Ryonettes, anything you see that is used for typical screen printing. You'll load the shirt on away from you and pull it on off. So everything's upside down. But if you guys are laying on, that's perfectly okay. For this tag along, you are going to have to put the shirt upside down. So now we have our shirt on. If you are not printing inside tag prints here, and you're just doing the front of your shirt, look at this. Look how easy we know it's aligned. The shoulder seams fly right down here, all straight down on the press, and we have a center chest area to put our print. But we're gonna take it one step further, and I'm gonna print the inside tag at the same time, and that's what this little pad at the top is for. So I'm just gonna reach in, down, and underneath, and pull the top of the garment up. Now, we are ready to go. So I'm gonna make sure that this collar gets out of the way, and at this point, since we know everything's kind of locked and ready to go, that we could pre-press, but before we pre-press, I'm gonna tear away the tag. So these Portland Company PC55s have a tear away label, so all you have to do is hold, and it pulls right out. You'll find that a lot of manufacturers, even the ones who were sticking to woven labels, are now all moving to these tearaway labels just because of how popular rebranding t-shirts is. And they don't care if anybody sees it's a Portland Company or a Gildan or a Hanes. They care that you're buying the t-shirts and that people are wearing them and loving them and they're getting them out there. So anything that could help you helps those garment manufacturers as well. So now that we're all set, we'll give it a pre-press like we usually do with any transfer that we're applying. This is going to be puff inks today that we're using, so we're at 365 degrees for, what do I got, 6 seconds on that, and both timers. So we just pre-pressed this, removing any moisture from this cotton shirt, going to give us a nice, smooth, even base to print. I will note, I'm already too far in the live here, and I just realized I left the quick slip pad protector on, but if we are printing with puff, we always recommend removing the quick slip pad protector, and that's this this silver pad that's underneath here, just because with the puff inks, it puts one little more layer of kind of a barrier to restrict those puff inks from rising up. So we might have an issue with the rising here. It usually works a-okay, but when we recommend printing puff inks, print on something more like this pad here. That's just a smooth, that foam rubber pad. That really gives you a nice smooth printing area. All right, now that we're okay and we pre-pressed and I already moved everything, I want to pre-press it again just to make sure I didn't create any wrinkles in there. Nope, looks fantastic. Now it's time to grab the transfers. So here I've got our inside tag print. A kind of one size fits all, doesn't have a size marking on it, but you absolutely could put size markings, or we've seen people put just blank boxes where they stamp. They'll buy little rubber stamps and put an XL or a large or MD for medium. But this is just a super generic tag. It's also in puff ink, so we might see some closure on some of this fine text. If we don't, that's going to be real cool. So I want to make sure it's right side up as we are upside down in relation to us today. And then we have a fun little Christmas design, Santa in the sleigh, some reindeer. It says sleigh. And we've only got 3 reindeer here. So I think Santa needs a lot more reindeer to haul all those presents around. 3 reindeer would get real tired. But we're just going to lay this down here. One of my favorite tips is about 3 fingers. So it's 1.5 to 3 inches down from collar is going to put you in the right spot on almost any size garment and avoid those belly prints. So here we're about 3 fingers down from the collar because we're so horizontal. We can even do 4, and I believe this is a large shirt. I ripped the tag off, so I would have to dig the tag out of the garbage to get it back. But once we're all set, placed properly, puff inks are a 5 to 7 second press, I believe, off the cuff. I set my press up earlier according to the instructions, so we're going to do that, and then it's also a hot peel. So as soon as the press opens, we're going to peel both of these tags. We're going to have an inside printed tag and a front at the same exact time. This is magic, and this is why this is my favorite thing of 2021. Without further ado, let's do it. So we're pressed down, the timer counts down, we have our pressure gauge at a 7, right in that medium to firm pressure, and there we go, opens up. Here is a hot peel right away, and this one peeling too. Wow, look how great, that puffed up still, even with the quick slip pad protector on there, and a lot of this text even didn't close up, but oh yeah, so super cool. Now, just the way that we put it on, it's just as easy to come off, and there we go. We're going to pull this one down. I'm going to switch back over to here. Check that out. Just how easy that was to print not only the inside tag on the inside neck, but also print the front at the same time. Now, puff inks in 6 seconds. I just pressed there. Goof proof could apply in as low as 4. So if you're doing lots of shirts, we're talking this is so easy. So super easy to do. And just like you saw me do it, that's it. That's all of the setup. The only thing you didn't see was me reading the instructions and letting the heat press warm up. This is what I absolutely love about custom screen printed transfers. Now, Heather, if you have the zoom ability, you can see that a lot of that text is not closed up. And I mean, that's tiny. This entire thing here is maybe 2.25 inches circular. So some of this text is down probably under 10 point, 9 point, and this is even an expanding puff ink. So when I'm talking capabilities of especially a goof proof or a standard inside neck label, this is absolutely incredible. Super easy, 4 seconds of press. So even if you are doing traditional screen printing on the neck label inside here, this is almost quicker because you don't have to burn a screen. There's no emulsion, there's no inks to get ready. It's pressing with your heat press. You just got to wait for it to heat up. And while you're doing that, you could be pressing the fronts of your shirts if you're doing a screen print shop, or you could just buy one of these setups and just do it exactly like how I did, front and the tag at the same time. Of course, all of our transfers here at Transfer Express are guaranteed up to 50 wash-dry cycles when applied correctly. So you want to be sure that you're following the instructions so that your brand is represented for washes and days and years and months to come faithfully on your t-shirt. So, any questions here? Oh my God, the chat blew up. I stopped, we'll go over to the heat press for 1 second and the chat is blown up. So I'm just gonna look in here and check these out. and just look. So let's see. Oh, there's a lot of scrolling. Lots of scrolling here. So Cindy's going to be placing an order soon, just making final tweaks. Make those tweaks. Loki, what's a gang sheet? What is a gang sheet? Well, a gang sheet is essentially just a grouping of artwork on one sheet. Let me see if I have a good example here, so I could just pick it up and show you. I think I have one here in the box. Going all the way, I'm digging around. Hear me digging around in here? I sure am. All right, this is an ultra color soft gang sheet. Let me close this down so it's not in the way. This is what we would call a gang sheet. So both of our both screen printed and digital transfers are available on a gang sheet. Our screen printed transfers exclusively. So they come on an 11.5 by 14-inch sheet, just like this one. This one's down to 18 inches. But you could put the same artwork or tons of different artwork all on the same sheet, reducing the print cost. Whenever you buy our transfers, you are paying for the sheet. So not the amount of inks or the area that you're taking up, you are paying for the full sheet. Fit as much as you can on the sheet, and that severely lowers the print cost. So I used an example earlier when I'm talking about inside tags. When inside tags are just 2 inches by 2 inches, and say that's all you want. You already have your front designs, you ordered them a couple years ago, or a couple months ago, or 10 years ago. The transfers, as long as they're stored correctly, will last and still apply. But you already have your front design and you just want some new branding, because now you're branding your tees. Maybe you got the Next Level 3600 with that tearaway label, and you want to take advantage of it. You could fit 25 or 30 full inside tag prints on this sheet. Say at 12 quantity, this sheet is $4. I mean, now you're talking pennies per print on the inside tag when you've got 30 up on it. So this is a gang sheet. It's something we are very proud of here at Transfer Express, because the number one benefit of it is that it saves you guys money. It costs us ink. It saves you money, so you lower your print cost and maximize your profit, and that's what we're all about. You guys aren't going to stay in business if you're not making profit, and we want to protect your profit margins, and we want your business to be successful. So, gang sheet in there. There's still tons of other things in here. So, Rob, what does it mean to have a 7 pressure? My t-shirts are not coming out. So, pressure on your heat press is kind of up in the air unless you have one of the higher end Hottronics. So here on our auto clam, I don't know if you could see from this camera angle too much over here at the press, but we have a little red dial here. If I turn it a little bit, maybe you could see it a little bit better. You have a little red indicator here. So here is your temperature. When you go here, this is setting your temperature and your time. And this has a dual stage timer on it, so you could set like a pre-press, or if you're doing a foil, you have that 2-step. Here, when we press this down, this tells us how many pounds per square inch we're putting down on the press. So, with screen printed transfers, we do require a medium to firm pressure. So the medium to firm pressure, let's try to move this back over here. The medium to firm pressure is going to fit in that kind of like 5 to 8 pressure range, 50 to 80 pounds per square inch on your press. So that's one thing awesome about the Fusion and the auto open clamshell presses at Hottronics, is that they have that pressure gauge. Now, a lot of presses out there don't have it, but what you could do is what we call a paper test. And so I could kind of show you here, just by removing this quick slip pad protector that I was talking about earlier, is right here. So essentially, let's just take a regular sheet of paper, and you could do this to any heat press. So if you don't have a press with that pressure gauge, you could get your pressure right. If you are using light or medium pressure with screen printed transfers, you are going to have a hard time, Robert. That is, with like vinyl, you could get away. That's like a medium pressure. If you go to hard pressure with vinyl, you'll actually start squeezing the adhesive out from behind the vinyl, and it will create a kind of clear halo effect around your artwork. That will not happen with screen printed transfers because the ink is actually liquefying and moving out. Now with our ultra color soft transfers, there is an outline around the digital transfer that's screen printed to keep it on there. Completely different story. Let's get back to the pressure test. So here, all I'm gonna do, let's switch back over to our press camera, but all you're gonna do is on the corner of your press, you could do it for all 4 corners, is just put the paper there. When you close your press down, if you could pull the paper out, your pressure's too light. So right here, we're a medium to firm. I can't pull that paper out, and that's exactly where you want to be. So that's the easiest way to test your pressure, to make sure you're in that 5 to 8 pressure range, is the paper test, as we call it. Now, if you have lighter pressure, I could kind of show you what a lighter pressure looks like. I'm just going to boost the pressure up real high on this press. And of course, if you have a quick slip pad protector on it, it's going to slide out every time because it's so slippery in there. So take that off to gauge your pressure. So here, I push the pressure up a little bit, we'll push it in there, and easily like that, it just pulls right out. So that is too light of a pressure, and on our press here, it's even showing a 0. So, I mean, there's no pressure on there at all. We're not going to get a good screen print application with that. So, oh man, I smeared my ink on that. This was printed. Oh, that's fun stuff that happens. All right, I'm going to scroll here. I think it's time to pick a winner. If you guys want to pick a winner here. Creative Expressions, what do you recommend using on a beanie if you don't want to do embroidery? That's really a loaded question that I don't want to recommend a product for you, only because depending on what the beanie is actually made out of, acrylic beanies under heat on a heat press, anything over really like a 250 or 270 degree, you really start ruining that acrylic. I would say embroidery, or I haven't done it myself, but I've seen a lot of people use the Brick 600 or the Soft Flock. If you have a vinyl cutter, those kind of like those high density raised foams, or even the more kind of fabric ones, the faux tackle twill kind of stuff, or even from Stalls, they have all of those patches and emblems that work awesome on that stuff, and they have a little bit lower application temperature, especially with the Fusion IQ 360 cap press with the lower heated platen. That's really what you need to apply those patches just with ease. I'm talking so super easy, just as easy as using heat transfer here. You could get the faux embroidered patches, or not faux embroidered, they are embroidered patches that you could put on there without an embroidery machine, and they're affordable because you could still make a profit on selling those. They have the faux leather ones, and even the like the raised I forget, flex style ones. So they're kind of like a raised rubber with a lot of texture in, and they're like super custom for what your artwork is. But you can check those out at stalls.com. We don't have them here at Stalls Transfer Express. Let's see. Anybody else in here? I have an A to Z. Will that work with my press? Yes. The A to Z is an awesome swing away press. It's great. This tag along will not work with it though, because that A to Z is a 16 by 16 and you need a full size 16 by 20 press. I do believe there is actually replacement platens and different sizes available for the A to Z. It's just the 4 screws at the bottom, not the quick change that this is available for. But again, it's a little bit smaller of a printable area, so this is not going to work. I just want to make sure I cover all these questions. Puff looks great for beanies. With a polyester beanie, it might still be a little hot, but if you can find any cotton ones, great. It's going to work great. Puff is my favorite. Yes, and Puff is my favorite too. Well, Goofbrew is my favorite. Puff's a solid second. I just love, especially in this winter season, starting maybe even in let's say August, we saw this huge rise of dimensional printing on stuff more than the athleisure. So the raised dimensional printing has been large, kind of a very popular decoration style for the athleisure for a little while. But now for t-shirts, especially the rise of the crew neck sweatshirts, the hoodies as we rolled into the fall, dimensional printing just absolutely exploded. And I'm actually working on a 2022 forecast report, and dimensional printing is at the top of that list. Just because of how popular it is, it's going to roll right into next year still being popular. And it's not necessarily a fad because it's been around, but it kind of rises and dips in popularity, and currently it's soaring. So we've seen record numbers of Puff orders coming through, and I know the soft foam and the bricks and the Puff vinyls and everything are super popular as well. Sue says Ultracolor Soft on a poly beanie. Absolutely. Ultracolor Soft is just like this, so you don't have to limit your colors. We actually did it for Toast to Transfers as well. We did Ultracolor Soft on a polyester beanie. Worked great, no scorching, and with a couple washes, it's still looking absolutely fantastic in there. Creative Expressions is going to try a patch on the TV and phone. I don't see instructions, Robert. I'm sorry, there's a link in the description below that goes over to blog.transferexpress.com, and that's how the instructions on how to enter. Christina's loving the tag along. Save a bunch of time on shirts and creative expressions and gifts. Goofproof is my go-to for most items that use. Yes, absolutely. Robert says he watches Stall's TV all the time. I do too. I love Josh and Jenna and Kelly and everybody over there. They have awesome tips and tricks, and they are a huge inspiration for me. We just kind of have separate channels for Transfer Express because we talk so much about the screen printed transfers. And if you get them confused with vinyl because of the vast difference in application techniques, we just want to make it as not confusing and super simple and easy to understand for everybody, from the pros to if you're just getting into it beginner-wise. So thank you for joining us over here, Robert. I really do appreciate you joining us. We have tons of content here on this channel, from everything from inside tag printing or trends or apparel styles or even like seasonal event ideas. If you're thinking about going to any craft fairs or vendor shows, we have a whole video series on it as well. There's just tons of stuff here at the Transfer Express channel. So if you guys aren't already subscribed, subscribe right here. But man, we're too far in already. We have this beautiful $25 product credit to give away to our next winner, because it is the 12 days of Transfer Expressmas giveaways, not the 12 days of Transfer Expressmas. Dave's here and just talks to you for way too long on a live stream on YouTube. But I'm just having so much fun, guys. It's Friday. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to close this one out by drawing this $25 product credit. And I sincerely hope that you guys tune back in Monday. We will be here drawing another prize. I think Steph she was telling me that she wants to get back in and do some lives. She just did a Facebook Live yesterday, and now she's ready to go. So I'm stealing her live thunder. So you'll see Steph on Monday. I'll be here in spirit, okay? But I'll be back Tuesday to hang out with you guys. So back to the trusty bag today. Today we did 20 finalists that we selected from the list, and actually I saw like 2 or 3 that have made other days too, which is crazy with how many entries going through. The random number generator just loves the random numbers. So we are gonna go in. I'm gonna mix them all up. We're gonna pick them up and down. As I'm mixing these up, let's see. Ultra Color Soft, good for next tags. They are. But if you're doing multiple colors, then they're okay. I would recommend Goofproof for the inside neck tags, just because you cannot feel them on the back of your neck. The print is not dimensional. It feels almost like the garment. And with the small text details, Goofproof works great. I want to get into screen print transfers, Toya. That is something that I would encourage you to do. I love them. I came from screen printing, and I did sublimation, and I was screen printing in my garage, in my basement. And if I had to do it all again, I would do screen printed transfers all the way. Quality heat press, and you're just going to be set, ready to go. But we've seen people, we try to say don't spend under $300 on a heat press. That heat press will not last a year, or it's going to last a year or two, but you're going to have inconsistent results. And just starting out, it's going to cause so much more frustration than if you just bought a quality one off the bat. So don't spend under $300 on a heat press. The 9x12 craft press, I think, is just over $300, and it's a 9x12 printing area, but really, really awesome and cool. So the winner here today, I'm not looking. And we're gonna pick one winner here. This is Betty Dalton, number 151. Congratulations on your $25 product credit. We're gonna be giving away $50, so double this amount on Monday. You guys gotta tune in, and we will announce the next winner. We're gonna get real fun and creative next week, and then the week after that is our last week. Maybe I'll just keep going live every single day to be hanging out with you guys. I love this so much and helping you guys on your questions. Before we wrap everything up, if you want to give congratulations to Betty Dalton on her $25 product credit, you could go ahead and leave that in that chat section. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, ask them right now, because I'm more than happy to help you out. If you're stuck on an issue that you think I could help you out with right now, or what product is going to be right for your next project, we want to be here. We want to be a resource for you guys, and that's all that, my job is to help you guys, to find the information that's going to raise your business up, increase your profitability, and make your brand and t-shirt business successful. And I feel deeply about that I think we could do it together with your work. Let's see, a whole bunch of congratulations in there for Betty. Yeah, Creative Expression said, Toya, you'll love it. Great for those large orders and super fast too with the goof proof. So super fast. There's no weeding. There's no layering of different colors if you're coming from vinyl. And I mean, doing those 2 or 3 color jobs could be it's a lot of weeding, real time consuming. And then you have to, it's just a pain compared to how easy and quick screen printed transfers are. Now, granted, you can't get them the same day. Like you were able to cut vinyl at home. You could go from design, and that's where vinyl is always going to shine. That quick turn, the customization, even though we do have numbers and names, we'll be giving away the numbers pack next week. It's just, you know, everything has its place here, but for the majority of the orders, even that I'm doing for my friends and family, it's screen printed transfers all the way. And especially with a lot of people expecting screen printed quality from me, being in the apparel industry for such a long time now, nobody has noticed what a transfer is versus what a traditional screen print is. A lot of times you'll find your customers might not even care how the sausage is made. They just care if the sausage is tasty. So that is a bad analogy, we'll say. But you know my dad jokes and everything I hear. But what really the real big benefit is just being able to apply them quickly. Transfer Express, it's in our name, Express, so one color, easy print, screen print, like goof proof orders will ship the next business day after you order them if you order them before production cutoff. So super, super fast. Love to see it. Let me scroll down here. Scroll in there. So guys, thank you so much. The Success Kit will come back with the application kit and the marketing kit for 2022. So just stay tuned for those. We're about a week away from finalizing everything, getting them up, getting them on the store, ready to ship back out. And so if you want one of the new kits, just check back in 2022 and we'll have these brand new kits. In the meantime, we will be giving away another marketing kit and an application kit before this 12 days of Transfer ExpressMas is over. But Betty, you got the $25 product credit. We are going to get that added into your account to be able to buy a whole bunch of stuff. There's tons of stuff, like I mentioned, on transferexpress.com, from heat printing equipment to screen printed transfers to marketing materials, and even some fun little tools, tips, and tricks that are going to help you be the most efficient with your heat press. Or even if you want to pick up a tag-along plat and get 25 bucks on that. There's never discounts on a lot of these heat presses and stuff. So when one comes along and you get that money off, you want to snap it up. But I just want to make sure that we're not we're not missing anything here. Let's see. I think that's it. Well, Irma's saying she's going to order onesie tags soon, back in there. And I think that's it. We're all caught up. Thank you guys so much. Robert, thank you for joining us. We hope to see you guys back on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful holiday season. And be safe out there with whatever you're doing. I know the deal hunters are out there. And yeah. It's that time of the season where everybody gets crazy. So be safe out there, guys. Have fun holiday shopping or printing orders or getting a Christmas tree or something this weekend or celebrating Hanukkah. It's awesome that you joined us. I'm so thankful for you. And until next time, I am Dave, and I'll see you guys next week as we continue our giveaway. But until then, happy pressing. Have a great day and a great weekend.